Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put a little piece of tape back here just to hold that string down, like so. All right, and we're going to very delicately start stringing up our warp strings right in here. So I'm going to come down, and right off the bat, I don't want to pull too tight because I don't want this to bend. I want this, the cardboard or your cardstock paper to stay flat. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put it right in through there. And when I turn around, I'm going to hold that string right there with my finger. I'm going to hold it right there, and I'm going to go back around the next slit. So it's tricky because these are small little these are small little 1/8. So I'm going to come around. Again, I don't need to pull super tight. Coming over here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it. You can even hold it down here, right? And then just come up here and then slowly pull it, just like that. And come around. You know, and you might even be able to do this without turning the cardboard around, although it is kind of tricky. You want to see that you're doing it right. Alright, so once we come down, and then we come over, almost done. Now for the last part, we're just going to come around here. This is the last of the string. Turn it around and get some tape. We're going to tape it down. And then, of course, just cut off the excess. Just cut off the excess. So we have now strung the warp strings on our first sampler right here. It's not too bent. It's not too tight. It's right in there. And you just have to be very delicate with this. You cannot be very aggressive or brutal. You need to be fragile. Now, I'm going to go ahead and use the paper clip just to show you how we can use this. And when you put it through the paper clip, do not tie a knot. Do not tie a knot. Just pull it a little bit like this. Okay? And we're going to start off over here, and I'm going to go ahead and go under, over, under, over, under, over, under, over each warp string. And when I pull, okay, when I pull it through, I'm going to go ahead and hold it right around here. Leave myself a little bit hanging right there. Now, I'm going to now weave the other way, alternating my over and under. So here I'm going to go over, under, over, under, over, under, and this creates a tabby weave, which is kind of like saying a checkered weave. And what I want to talk about right now is when we pull this string through, we need to be sure that we don't just simply pull the string tight like this, because what happens is that then our weave will start to bend inward. So what we want to do for every time we're pulling the string through, okay, is so that we can keep our warp strings nice and vertical and straight, is we want to go ahead and put our finger right here. You know, we're going to pull this down, put your finger right there, hold it, so that way when you pull on this, right, it does not warp this string. It does not curve it in. It keeps it right. Now you may need to use a fork later to, push all of these strings down, right? Or a comb, but I think a fork will do just fine. We'll just do one more here in this demo. Get my paper clip. And what we're doing with this, and we're going to make the other two, is to show the difference of the weft, how tight it is and how loose it is, and also just to get an idea of how we're going to start weaving our other projects using a larger piece of cardboard. Now again, I'm going to put my finger here, I'm going to pull tight and then down, okay, and now I'm going to go ahead put it in there. Okay, so looking at our sampler here, I have 1/8 and here I have 1 1/4. Once we do 1 1/4 widths and 1/2 inch widths, you're going to use a double yarn for your warp and double yarn for the weft weaving. And when you use the double yarn, be careful not to have that double yarn twisting, to have it be nice and straight. And also when you're weaving, not to have the weaving double yarn twisting either. All right, and that should be it, basically, just to do these samplers. It shouldn't be too difficult, everybody, but craftsmanship is very important. You need to measure from the corner edge all the way to here what the measurement is. From here to here, it's 3 inches. And then I started doing, from 3 inches, I started doing the 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. And then over here, from the corner tip to here, 3 inches. So that way this is not slanted and I don't have to guess, and it's perfect. Then from here to my next marking group, I'll probably measure 6 inches. And then I'll start doing 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch. All right? Okay.